The rite calls for some brief remarks by the newly installed pastor, so they will be brief, I promise. But I wanted to begin by just, first of all, anytime there's a transition and there's new leadership, the question is always early on, who is this new person? And then, as in the case of Archbishop Tobin, once people get to know the new person and really start to love that person, the question quickly becomes, I hope we get to keep him for a while. And I know that among priests and people in the Archdiocese who've had the chance to meet Archbishop Tobin, it's quickly gone from who is this new guy to I hope we can keep him for a while. And so I thought as I was welcomed and you were giving your assent to me as your pastor, I thought it was only appropriate that we also give our assent and welcome to Archbishop Tobin. Wanted to also very quickly thank my family who was able to be here today. My grandmother, who has been one of my heroes in my Catholic faith and my Catholic journey, a cradle Catholic, and has never wavered in her faith. And also my mother and father are here, and they hate the fact that I'm saying this right now, but they very much as well taught me a lot about what it means to be a pastor, both my mom and my dad, about what it means to make sacrifices for the people whom you are asked to lead. And so I wanted to thank them very much for being here. My brothers and sisters, most of them are here. It's about once every 5 years that we all get together these days. So we're scattered at the moment, but a lot of them are here, and they're a very important part of my life as well. When I was just one quick story, when I was growing up, I was in college, and I'm the oldest, if I haven't shared that before. And I was coming home, I was out of college, and my other brother, Matt, who's just beneath me, was away at college and was coming home, and everyone was really excited. And my sister Maria, who I know loves me now very much, but at the time, when I came home, I was coming home from work, and I was living with my family at the time, and I pulled up and a bunch of people come running out of the house, sprinting out to the car. And Maria was leading the charge. And then she got to the car and realized that it wasn't Matt, it was just me. And she turned around to everyone else who was following, she said, "Guys, it's just John." And so at the time I was a little bit annoyed, I guess would maybe be the word by that. But now, in my priesthood, it's awesome to have a place where it's just John, and where I can come home and lean on them or just be John. And so certainly glad to be able to share this with them. And then finally to all of you who I've been with now for a year. I don't know if I shared this or not, but when I first got assigned to Annunciation, someone brought me a list that they had found on the internet of the top 10 things to do in Brazil, Indiana. And I was a little worried because 2 of them were blank. And then I was really worried when number 6 was Kroger. It's out there, I'm not making it up. But I think now that I have my Kroger card, it is the 6th best thing to do in Brazil. But this year has been the best year of my life. I've shared that with you before. And it's been one in which I've learned a ton. I didn't know the difference really. I mean, I heard the word pastor, but didn't really know the difference. Even I would say when I was ordained, I just thought of it as the priesthood. But there is a distinct difference, I think, when you are asked to be a pastor, to care for not only the people who come to church, but also the people who don't, and everyone in your parish boundary. And it's an amazing and a humbling honor to be asked to do that. And I recognize that now, and I thank Archbishop Tobin very much for trusting me with that. And finally, I would just share that, kind of echo a little bit with what Archbishop Tobin said in his homily. I'm the spiritual director for the Legion of Mary here, and we were reading something at one of the meetings that I thought was very pertinent to what was going on, what I was being asked to do. And it's talking about the role that the Legion of Mary has with the priest of the parish. But it's kind of an exhortation to the priest. And I wanted to share this really briefly. Christ found it necessary to form a spiritual body for himself. The priest should do the same. He should form for himself members who are one with him. Unless a priest has living members formed by him, united with him, his work will be reduced to negligible dimensions. He will be isolated and helpless. The priest who does not comprehend this law of mission will go through life realizing only a fraction of his power, whereas it is his true destiny in Christ to measure the horizons. My role here, and I hope I've shared this in homilies throughout the year, and it will continue to be the theme, my role as the pastor is to awaken within all of you that missionary zeal, that love for Christ, to leave this place and to go make disciples of all nations. A pastor is not a person who does it by himself. And I think Vatican II has done a great job of awakening Catholics to that reality. And certainly I thank you for all that you've done this year and all that we will do together moving forward to help bring Christ truly present to Brazil and indeed to all of Clay County.